The following is a Nightfall Media production. For more information, check out nightfallmedia.io. Star Wars Nightfall is a not-for-profit RPG actual play podcast set in the Star Wars universe. Nightfall claims no relationship with Disney, Lucasfilm, or any of their partners or affiliates. Nightfall can be found online at starwarsnightfall.com or twitch.tv/StarWarsNightfall. The following episode contains strong language and simulated acts of violence. Listener discretion is advised.
May the Force be with you.
The war between the Republic and the Separatists rages on. With no end in sight, both sides look to desperate measures to end the conflict. In the heat of battle, Jedi Padawan Mal'IA, trained in the lost art of battle meditation, has gone missing. Jedi Knight Daelen Gault, with the help of his friend Kinari, must assemble an unorthodox team in order to find his lost Padawan. Nightfall is Rob Hunter as Daelen Gault, Paden as Ghrull, Justin Chapman as Kreedo, Richard Caposell as Kinari, and myself as Saam as the Galaxy Master. Paden, it is with a question of the day.
You have to build a Star Wars CSGO team. So that's 6 players, right? Five players. So choose 5 Star Wars characters for your CSGO team.
Oh.
Haven't done that one before.
I don't know what CSGO is.
Call of Duty.
Offensive.
Okay.
So it's a shooter, right?
Yeah.
I think we're building the ultimate Pokemon team, but with Star Wars characters.
I like Zack's question.
Yeah, you can look at it like that.
Okay.
I would have to choose child Anakin because he's an obvious gamer.
And only adult Anakin could kill him. That's true. That's
if he never
perfect.
grows
That's
up.
22. He's invincible.
Can you have 2 Anakins on the same team?
Oh, you might have thought it.
I'll allow it.
Each stage of his life.
Yeah.
Are we doing just movies or are we doing expanded universe?
We can do expanded. So I guess it'd be like 5 of who you think the best gamers in Star Wars would be.
Oh,
To broaden the question up. I guess to limit it
fuck.
from 5.
You want to go first? Because you guys won't be able to beat
Go
it.
for
Blue
it.
Boy. Who's Blue Boy?
Susie, Nello, fuck, I'm doing the whole roster. Yeah, that's the team I'm picking.
Aw.
I fought with those guys. Well, except for Nellos, but I wish I could have. I think the only one that doesn't make the cut is Nimi. Because, I mean, he needs support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't I remember his name? He's literally in this season.
I'm doing Child Boba
Spoiler.
because Child Boba is actually a gamer.
Yeah,
I'm
fuck yeah,
doing
he is.
Empire the Strikes Back, Darth Vader, where he's in his pod. You know he's gaming in there.
Oh, that's so true.
Who else do I have? I don't know. 5's a lot.
Yeah, let's limit it to 3. 5 was too many. CSGO teams are too big. They need to change their game.
Then I'm just going to switch my answer to 3 Dr. Nima Fitsnapak Harford.
I like that.
He'd have a sick computer.
Chewbacca. Chewbacca's on my roster. He's an obvious gamer.
Yes.
He's a gunner, right?
Yeah.
Remember correctly? Yeah.
Yep.
So
Communication would be a mess.
Yeah. Imagine Chewie on the mic.
I'm trying to shoot him.
easy Apex Legends team. That's what we're going with now. 3-man teams.
This is the ever-evolving question.
Yeah. No. The
In
easy
fact, who would
Apex.
you rather rock, paper, scissors? Padme or Princess
That's a
Leia?
good one.
Princess Leia,
Well, I ruined it
obviously.
now.
Boba Fett, Rex, and Cody.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
a solid
Teamwork
team.
out the ass.
Tactical, yeah.
Yeah, like
I think I would want New Hope Luke on my team
mm.
because he likes to look at the lightsaber
Right down the barrel.
right down the barrel. Yeah. I feel like he'd do wonders. Yeah. And maybe I think I'd have Chewie too on my team. I just love him.
Yeah.
And maybe Palpatine.
Oh.
It's a dark horse.
Yeah, I think
Well, he is kind of a gamer.
Yeah.
He gamed people.
yeah, he's a manipulator. And he likes to force lightning.
Yellow.
People, yeah.
Blue.
Oh, fuck.
Red.
Did we all lose?
I don't know.
You lost for sure. I said Puce first.
Oh, you said Puce. Oh, I didn't hear it. But I didn't hear it because I was saying... Okay, that's fair. Just flatlined that, didn't I?
Flatline everyone.
I got your mics. That's amazing. Jesus.
It's great power. It's great responsibility.
So,
Oh my gosh, this is intense. Is anyone else? Is this just me, isn't it? Feeling this excitedly nervous.
I've got that.
I feel it too.
I have the new video game feel. Like I just pulled off the wrap. The box right now.
Yeah, but we're also like the programmers and shit. So if it sucks, it's on us.
I don't want to think about that. I just want a game.
This is going to be
that's
great.
how you feel. Have you ever opened up a Word document and it's just that cursor blinking at you and there's
Yeah.
nothing? That's what's going through my head right now.
Yeah.
I think it's contagious, and I'm feeling that. I think that's what's
Same.
shutting off.
So, to set the scene, it is Coruscant, the Echinopolis? I think it's an Echinopolis. The city-covered planet.
Yeah. Is that a term? That's cool.
Yeah.
Make it one.
Thought that was
No,
called
it's
the
an actual
crust.
term.
Sweet.
I just don't know if I'm
Zakk
pronouncing
just
it right.
did that. He just made a word.
What a fucking genius, man.
I keep trying to throw it into Mid-Journey and I keep getting bullshit. I get like 2
Try
skyscrapers.
and
That's
it's a
it.
word.
So, we start on Coruscant, mid-afternoon. Sky lanes are relatively filled. Peeking out several layers above, that skyline is the famous Jedi Temple, this pyramid with the 5 spires reaching out the top of it. As we head inside, we find Jedi Padawans, Jedi Knights training, learning, studying. It is seemingly a normal day. And we focus in a little further on one particular Jedi Knight. Rich, would you like to introduce your character?
You will find Kinari, who is a Nautolan of green skin. He is stockier than like an average Nautolan, someone who's very much trained their muscles, because Kinari relies on his reflexes and musculature to win most of the battles he's in. He's an expert in lightsaber combat. He's very aggressive and very quick to action.
It is the 3rd year of the Clone Wars. Things have been hectic. Jedi have been in and out of the temple. A lot of them are now battle weary. You see a lot of them resting, healing. Rich, what is your character doing?
Kinari is probably in the temple training his lightsaber skills on a dummy. What did they train on?
They got training dummies.
Yeah, so they smacking away
And
at
robots.
a dummy.
So, as you're doing this, you are probably about an hour into your session when Daelen enters the room.
Kinari!
Daelen,
Kinari, there is no time to waste training. I need your help.
what?
It's Malia. She...
Calm down. Hey, take a breather. What happened?
I've just returned from Castell. We were placed there, the whole battalion. The Separatists were... It doesn't matter. In the middle of the night, I was awoken, startled. The Force, it called to me, brother. I heard Malia's voice, but by the time I made it to her tent,
Not Malia.
she's gone. I would know if she was... I'd have to know if she was dead.
Have you talked to the council yet?
I'm going, but...
I'm going with you. No choice. I'm going with you.
Thank you. I know you hold sway as much as I do, and we need to find her.
Do you think there's anyone else that could help us?
At the very least, if they could give us permission to take our clones.
I hope. The war's not looking too great, though.
Yes, but we need every Jedi we have.
I only hope they'll grant it.
So, with that, I think impatiently, Daelen is going to kind of turn and giving you a minute to grab your shit. I imagine you're scattered about in training. But head to the Jedi Council. I guess, would I know, is it, like, what is the decorum of speaking to the council? Do I request an audience or do I...
Depends on how you're feeling.
Oh, no.
Under normal circumstances, yes, you would request, but this is not a normal circumstance.
All right. I'm going to head to the council chamber.
Okay. So, you guys are going to head up the stairs several levels into one of the spires. And as you approach the council room, you will see a teenage Kifar man, green striped over one eye, will be exiting the council room alongside Jedi Master Plo Koon.
So, keeping up pace and briskly heading towards the chamber doors, although I would say maybe as Kinari slightly more calm of mind, I look as though I'm not stopping at all. The only shuffle I make in my stride is to pause for a second, kind of get a respectful nod to Master Plo Koon. And then I am going to continue past them to the doors, assuming that they don't try to intervene.
No, they're not. They will they will nod at you on the way by, and as you burst through the door, you see the Jedi Masters are beginning to stand up and get ready to leave. And Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi will turn to you.
Masters, please, if you... just a moment of your time.
Well, Daelen, this is unexpected.
So, again, kind of realizing probably for the first time since leaving the training room that I just barged into the Jedi Council, kind of like a quick look around, and I'm going to snap my arms down to my side and bow my head before Master Kenobi and kind of do a quick shift around, trying to assume a position of respect and regain whatever composure I've almost certainly lost, at least try, before all the masters, and say, Master, I'm sorry, but this is urgent. It's life or death. It is my Padawan. Please, let me speak. Hear me out.
So the Jedi Masters all take their seat except Obi-Wan, who will stay standing for a few moments, take a beat, and he will extend his arm to you. What do you have to say? And then he will take his own seat.
So, trying to collect myself as best that I can, I am going to just kind of straighten my robes and stare out at the Masters. And again, I am sorry for my intrusions, but I just returned from the war efforts on Castell, and I am afraid my Padawan has been kidnapped. I came to request that me and my battalion be relieved of our position there, or possibly replaced, so that I may seek out her abductor. I know she's alive, Masters. I cannot abandon her.
So, Kit Fisto, he leans back in his seat for a second, and he thinks, and then he sits forward. So, you wish to take your battalion on to rescue your Padawan? Am I understanding this correctly?
Yes, please.
And I turn to Mace and I look around to the rest of the council and I go, I don't know if we have the supplies to afford this. We need troops. What battle's going on right now? What's an important one?
Castell is an important, yeah.
Okay. We need your battalion on Castell fighting the front lines. To take them off to figure out where your Padawan went would leave our other troops in an awful predicament.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a smart decision, Daelen.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
The cast here at Nightfall Media is proud to present our Patreon, a place to create new experiences while exploring our past journeys.
With content like the Raincor's Pit, an after show where the cast breaks down the most recent episode, and an inside look to the cast outside of the show.
See the cast you love put on a show in other TTRPG systems. Listen to them as they play as scoundrel pirates in Pirateborg, or listen to them as classic adventurers in D&D 5e.
Furthermore, the cast has loads of ideas for your own TTRPGs at home. Try out one of Rob Hunter's fully written out characters, or visit Paden Castle's Vault of Magic Items.
A handful of shows for your viewing pleasure, and take-home goodies for your own TTRPG adventures. All of this for just $3.
Still hungry for more content? Join our Discord server where you can interact with other fans of the show, get notifications of when the cast streams, and updates on Nightfall Media directly from the cast. Hope to see you there.
Kinari, do you have something to add to this conversation?
I understand that the needs of the war are great and many, but are the needs of our own not just as great?
The needs of our own are important as well, but you don't see Anakin busting in here demanding troops to go on his private mission, do you?
Daelen, we as Jedi are protectors of the Republic. We must put the Republic first, even if that means sacrificing our own. I'm sorry, we just cannot afford to lose Castell at this point.
Master, Malia is to be a Jedi. I have compassion for my clones, I promise you, but are we not worth 100, maybe 1,000 of them? How can you abandon a Jedi?
To count one life over others is not the Jedi way. I stand with Kenobi.
I do too. What you're asking for is unreasonable.
I respect the decisions of you, my masters, but I must also respectfully say that I cannot stand by the war effort if I can't even save Malia.
You would disregard your duty?
I would consider this the opposite of going against my duty.
Masters, I'm sorry. This news is... I've just brought it to Kinari, and it is difficult to handle. I will calm myself, collect myself, and in the end of the day, I do trust in the Council's orders. You need my clones on Castell, and they will remain there. I apologize for my intrusion. I'm going to kind of quietly bow again, take a few steps back, and then pause to see if they have any words, or if they want me to just get the fuck out. And I'm going to also do a nod to Kinari, let's go.
Kinari's essentially like, fuck, hold me back! Hold me back!
Take my earrings, take them. Hold my earrings.
And so as you take a step back and I go, thank you for entrusting in the way of the Jedi. I promise she will come back to us in time.
So turning to leave, over my shoulder I will just final quip as the door opens and I go to leave. And if you receive any word of where she is, please let me know.
You are dismissed.
And I will leave the council chambers.
I will bow as I leave.
So you guys exit the chambers, the doors close behind you.
Are we really going with what the council has decided? We can't leave Malia.
I did not tell the council I would. I promised them my clones. And my clones they will have.
Oh, you sneaky bastard.
You have your lightsaber, friend. I have my mind.
Fist bump.
Boink. I will send word to Captain Cyrotilk to inform the rest of the men. They are to take orders from General Minado and see that the end of the war is in our favor on Castell. As for me and you, I'm not sure where we are to begin.
I think... Well, we're looking for someone, right?
I don't know where to start.
First step, I think, is a bounty hunter. Much as I don't want to deal with a bounty hunter, I think that's our easiest way in.
All right. Guess down we go. Do you remember that trip we took back in our Padawan days?
I remember how nervous I was the entire time.
You never were one for sneaking out.
No.
Although you may not have favored those lower levels, I'm certain that we can find someone down there that can help us.
Well, we're not Padawans anymore.
No, on that note, we should probably not advertise ourselves as Jedi.
Keep it tucked.
All I do is put my hood up.
Yeah. Just like Superman.
Yeah. And then Kinari's like, where did you go?
What?
Oh, man.
Daelen! Oh. So, I presume you're going to head down several levels in order to find yourself a bounty hunter?
Yeah, and Kinari has made this trip with me once in my youth, but I know plenty of... Puce? Did you do it again?
I did. I said yellow.
Oh, okay.
I said red.
But I burped.
I said...
Justin got it this time.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, buddy. I know that was hard.
Thank you.
Yeah. So,
It was hard.
Kinari has made this journey before with Daelen, but Daelen has done it several times, so I don't know if there's a particular place that I might know. Not that I really would have had any interaction with.
Make a...
Okay.
First roll of the campaign. Give me a gather information check.
Ooh. That I am better at. 24.
24. You know that there is a seedy underbelly to Coruscant, much further down than the levels you're accustomed to. Down on level 1313, things become lawless. Run by mafias and gangs, criminals, cut purses. So, you guys are going to head down to 1313.
I've never been this far before.
I
Careful.
definitely haven't, so...
You have to take several different turbo lifts to get that far down.
How fast are they?
It's going to take a while. I mean, Coruscant is a very tall planet. The door opens, and you're greeted with almost exclusively darkness. There are streetlights throughout, most of them burnt. Trash litters through the walkways and skyways. Not a person in sight.
Instinctively met with the darkness, Daelen's hand reaches down to his lightsaber. But having pulled his cloak closed, he realizes that, although it's so instinctive, that he shouldn't be brandishing.
You have your hood up. Who would recognize you?
Well, I'm not going to use it as a torch, and I think it would just be like, hey, look at me. So he reaches down, his hand brushes into his cloak, and he's just like, shit. It's very dark down here. I'm not sure where we are going. Head out and explore?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look around for a bar, maybe, of some sort.
I don't assume perchance that Nautilans have any advantage in darkness.
I have low light vision as a Nautilin.
Okay, so what are you guys up to?
So, long relationship with Kinari. Obviously, we go back to children. I'm going to kind of like put my hand on his shoulder. Not that I can't see at all, I think, because it's like really low to darkness. Yeah. But I know he has better eyesight than me. So I will let you kind of guide us through. So I'm being blind man guided through level 1313.
Make a perception check, Kinari.
I have a plus 11 to this.
What? Tits? Oh, you guys are higher level.
But I trained in it. 15?
My favorite is how heavy that D20 is. It just didn't roll. You threw it and it just... With a 15, you're going to spend maybe 15, 20, 25 minutes. You're not really keeping track of the time. Searching around, and you will come across an old tavern. It's run down. The windows are already broken. You can peek inside.
What's the name?
Cloak and Stagger.
You've been holding on to that one, haven't you?
Yes. Inside the Cloak and Stagger. Are you guys going in, or are you just going to peek inside?
Walk in.
As you go inside,
there are lights in here.
There are some dim lights on the walls, almost like sconces. There's only 3 or 4 people in here. There's a human woman bartending. There are 2 alien races that you don't even recognize sitting at the bar. And there is a third man sitting at a table. Justin, would you like to introduce your character?
Well, my name's Kreedo. I'm a bounty hunter. I'm trying to decide, would I have my helmet on in a bar? No, I probably have it off.
You're just trying to take a drink and running into your own helmet.
Yeah, because I wanna have a helmet on normally when I'm fighting and doing cool stuff. But yeah, I probably have I'm just a human. I have jet black hair, kind of young, kind of cocky, and I'm here to make some money.
So you guys walk inside. That's what you see.
All right.
Woman at the bar. What can I get you?
I'll have a hot tea.
She gives you this scowl. And you?
I'll have an ale of some sort.
Right away.
Daelen, you've explored Coruscant more than me. What are the typical markers of a bounty hunter or something? What can we look for to spot one out?
You want me to roll for any sort of knowledge?
Yes. Galactic lore.
Yeah, that makes sense. Look at the rest of them. Bing. Well,
just add your intelligence.
So it's 18.
So it's very common what bounty hunters who belong to the Mandalorian clans look like. They have very distinctive armor. Beyond that, most bounty hunters are at least carrying some sort of identification that you might have to ask for that would signify them as being a member of the Bounty Hunters Guild.
Well, bounty hunters are typically always out to make coin and always on the clock, so Perhaps I gesture my head over towards the armored man in the corner. Perhaps we start with the ones who look the most battle ready. Can I do a perception roll to see the state of his armor?
Yes.
To see if he's just like a pompous, polished dude or if he's actually been in some shit?
It's very flashy, by the way, my armor.
So, 31. I noticed shit.
Holy shit.
I guess we're still in dim lighting and there's a negative for that.
What is the condition of your armor?
I'd say brand spanking new.
Ooh.
He's a shiny.
Real shiny.
So as we're kind of walking over that direction, I'm going to kind of like lean back to Kinari and like putting my hand up casually below my nose as if like scratching my lip, but I'm actually hiding my mouth. And as I whisper to him, there's not a scratch on his armor. I'm not sure this one's ever seen a fight, but he probably knows more than we do.
Our options are...
Did we wait for our drinks or did I just get excited and walk away?
You got excited and walked away.
Sweet. She'll find
That's
us.
fine, yeah. Not a lot of people here. I mean, our options are a bit limited right now, so at least we can get some information out of him. Places to start looking, stuff to look for.
And by then, we are at the table. And I am going to pull out a chair, assuming there's a spare chair at the table.
Yep.
Is there two?
There's two. There's
I'm
three.
going to sit down with the gentleman.
I'm going to pull out my
And
chair.
I am going to stare at him. And kind of get myself settled in, straighten my robes, and see how he takes this interaction.
And the bartender will come by and give you a tea, no lemon, not hot. And you will have...
Just dishwater.
Tell me it's a Corellia Wiser.
It is not a Corellia Wiser.
The fuck is it? The fuck is this shit?
It's a Corellia Light.
No!
I fucking throw it on the
All
ground.
right, initiative, guys. First initiative.
On the bottle is some sort of political advertisement.
It should have ad space for him.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Fucking good.
So on the
You're
bottle...
advertising on a bottle of Corellia Light.
Hell yeah.
What is your name and what is the name of your shop?
So I am Ghrull, Sail of the Sky, Segor, and the name of my shop is Dandy Dianoga's Space Finds.
Trash monster.
I'm sorry, I need you to write that down because I'm
The
not
Dianoga's
gonna...
the trash monster. The Dandy Dianoga's.
I know, but I can't remember those words. I need you to write it down.
I need something to write on.
So the bartender will bring out your drinks. She will place a glass of tea in front of you. No lemon, not hot. And place an ale in front of you. It is a Corellia Wiser with an ad on it for Dandy Dianoga Space Finds.
Just blows right past it.
I'm going to take a big sip out of this bottle of a teal colored liquid. And then I'm going to gesture my hand at both of you. Yes?
So, letting the awkwardness kind of phase for a second, and you finally come out and ask what we can do for you. We are looking for someone, and not sure if you're in the work of bounty hunting, but couldn't help but notice an armored man in a bar.
I do some bounty hunting from there to here. Sometimes.
And
Well, would now be one of those times?
Depends. How much are you willing to give me?
2,000 Republic credits after the job is done.
For a missing person?
Yes. And more
That's
than
a little,
that,
it's a little bit low.
because we will be accompanying you and assuming the danger. We simply need your tracking skills.
I can track. I can track very well.
And we can fight very well.
But I'm gonna need more.
Then what is your standard fee?
50,000 credits.
50,000 credits.
For a missing person? Yes.
Will you be paying your dues this time? Shouts one of the aliens from the bar. He will turn around, stand up, and walk towards your table.
What dues are you talking about?
You know, the guild requires a certain percentage of all bounties. You haven't been paying.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm sure I paid it last month.
No, we know who you are.
Well, you'll get it eventually.
I am going to kind of... My hand started to reach into my robes to see for a second to see if this was going to turn violent. But upon better judgment and a moment of contemplation, I'm going to raise my hand and say, he already paid his dues. And I'm going to try mind trick.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I believe that is a use the force roll
Kinari.
against his will defense.
Kinari definitely has one hand on his lightsaber.
And that is a 35.
Yes, that will pass his will defense.
So he already paid his dues.
And he turns to his buddy. He already paid his dues. What are you talking about, you shit face? No, he didn't.
I already paid my dues.
He already paid his dues. What is happening?
Yes, what is happening? What did you do this there?
I simply telling him the truth. You did pay them. You were just telling us how you are up to date on your dues.
He is telling me the truth. He is telling me that you are up to date on your dues.
That is correct. I am very up to date.
Reginald, you fucking wank. What is happening? Get over here. And then he's going to turn around and go back to the bar.
See what chaos that caused. Seemed like a good idea at the time.
As you can see, we're very persuasive.
It seems that way. Who's this person you're missing?
Her name is Malia. And she is a young 13, 14. She was last known on the planet Castell, and we don't know her whereabouts anymore.
Castell, you say?
Yes.
Isn't that a planet that's under fire?
Yes, it is under siege by the Separatists.
Severely under fire?
More.
Very dangerous?
Yes, but you simply need to find her. We can do the heavy lifting.
I flash him a quick look at my lightsaber.
Yeah, I wasn't far from it. I'm sure he already figured it out.
Yeah.
Oh, you have one of those, eh?
Yes.
Look at all these!
Keep it.
Grievous arms come out.
We would prefer if you kept it a little quiet.
Oh, now it's gonna cost extra. Now that you showed me that, I know what you are. Both of you. But you say you have 2,000 credits?
2,000 credits.
I could take that as a down payment, but you're gonna owe me.
If I even have 2,000 credits. I offered it when the job was done, thinking I could just get it by then. So, 2,000 credits, down payment, and another 48 when the job is done.
I'd say another 58. Since you are both Jedi.
All the more reason to not put a price on someone I cherish.
Oh, you have feelings, eh?
There's a reason the temple isn't supporting this mission.
Well, I'll take your money, but I'm gonna need some more information.
I expected as much. What do you need to know?
Well, you said you guys don't have a ship, do you? Either of you?
Not at the moment.
That was the next step of the plan.
I take it you don't either.
It's got some repairs. A lot of repairs to do.
And I pick up my ale and take a drink. And I look at the bottle and I see the ad for Dandy Dianoga Space Finds, and I point it towards the other two and I say, well, this seems like a good place to look for a ship.
You show it to Daelen, who's taking a sip of his tea. He looks at it for a second and then just pours the tea back out of his mouth into the cup because it is repulsive. He sets it down. Yes, I think that could be as good of a lead as any.
Huh. Well, we're gonna need that ship. And we're gonna need it fast. Because when a person is missing, they can travel. And we're gonna need to move some fast movements. You got the payment.
Kinari, is this the best idea?
No. But none of this is.
So I'm going to push the chip down on the table, keeping my finger on top of it, pressing down so if he tries to take it, it's like held in place. Not that he probably couldn't grab it. Cross us, and you will answer to the Jedi Council. I promise you.
Oh, well, I don't think I'll have to worry about those guys soon enough. But I will take that.
I will slide it over to him and pick it up. Or slide it so he can pick it up, rather. I slide it over and then I pick it back up.
Why? Why won't you have to worry about them?
Oh, he knows about Order 66.
Okay.
He's in on it.
Doesn't seem like they're doing well.
I think it was membership's been down. Jedis aren't paying their dues.
I'll take the credit, Chip, and I'll say, looks like I have a job.
Let's get moving.
Yes.
To Dandy Dianoga's, I guess.
Does it say what level it's on?
I look at the can again. It says here it's in the industrial district. So let's get moving.
I'm going to settle our tab with the barkeep. And as I'm doing, I want to eavesdrop of the two guys that were giving a shit and see how that's going.
Make a perception.
26.
You hear the one you didn't mind trick whispering, "We should follow them. It sounds like they've got a bit of money."
We were pretty loud about that.
I'll say nothing and head outside. I believe we may have a tale. Two gentlemen that were harassing. For the Force, I never got your name.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm asking for it now.
You can call me Kreedo.
Kreedo, I am Daelen Gault, and this is my compatriot, Kinari.
I suggest we move quickly and with eyes behind our heads.
Your friends, I believe, are tailing us. Are they a threat?
Well, don't worry about those guys. If they try anything, they're dead meat.
Certainly hope your arrogance measures up to your might.
And as you guys begin to walk back towards the turbo lifts, you will hear a banging behind you. And as you turn around, the one that you mind trick trips over a trash can. "You dumb fuck, they fucking spotted us!"
What are you doing?
"Well, we're leaving now, but we were gonna rob you."
Get the fuck out of here.
Make an intimidation.
Okay.
Some polite criminals. They're straight up honest about their intentions.
Gee golly, sir.
Persuasion?
We were going to empty your pockets and slit your throat.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
That is a 19 plus.
nightmare of a die.
What? Persuasion is 5, so 24.
Yeah, they're gonna leave.
Just bolt.
They just bolt the other way.
Let's keep moving.
Thank you. And we will head to the turbo lift and get up to the industrial district. I imagine there's a trek there.
Yes, you will spend several hours on this
As
travel.
we're heading up, just the obnoxious crawl, kind of my mind starts to wander to like thoughts of Malia. And I've actually been afraid to do this. Not that I wasn't thinking clearly, but it was moment to moment. I've been very reactionary. And even on the ride down here, my thoughts focused on finding help. So now at least, not that he's really putting those stresses to ease, but at least I don't have to worry as much about tracking her. And I'm able to clear my mind and fall into a meditative stance. And I would
State, I think is what you're
Yeah, I
going
think that's
for.
what I was going. A meditative state. And I would like to reach out with a force power of mine called far-seeing.
Okay. Tell me about far-seeing.
So far-seeing is like a meditation where I can gain, if I'm successful, I am able to gain a momentary impression of events happening around a particular being in some distant place. So it's a use the force check against their will defense. If I fail, I get no information, even if they're alive or dead.
Okay.
But I'm able to sense their immediate surroundings or what they're doing, maybe even just a small feeling. If the target is dead, they have a defense will of 30 against my use the force. Well, it's still good, but it's a 27. That's crazy.
They are alive. They seem to be surrounded by darkness, and they seem to be in turmoil. They seem to be in pain.
So deep into meditation, my hand slams against the side of the turbo lift. I think she's being tortured. I could sense her.
Well, that's not good.
I go over to the commands of the count of the thing, and I like put both hands up, like trying to find a button to make the damn thing go faster, which I don't imagine is there.
Oh, you're not gonna make this thing go any faster. You gotta wait.
I don't have time.
Be patient, Jedi.
We must be hasty with our actions, but we must not be hasty to anger.
All right, so trying to collect myself, I saw her. I mean, I felt her. It was just darkness and pain. Terrible pain.
She may be in pain, but we know she's alive, and that's the most valuable information we can have right now.
Yes. I'm sorry, I didn't.
Don't be sorry, friend.
We need to get a ship, and we need to get off this place. All right. You said Kreedo, you have a ship that just needs repair?
Oh, it's bad. We're gonna need something else.
Okay. I see.
I suggest we go to that shop that was on that can. I've been there a couple times, but it's all right. It might be our best shot, though.
Concerned we don't have the resources.
Which resources do you need?
Credits.
Oh.
He says after he swindled most of our money.
Yup.
So, you guys will arrive at this shop, and there's nobody in sight except for one lone character. Paden, would you like to introduce yourself?
Could you also give us a layout and description of the place?
Yes, please.
So, as you guys arrive outside the shop, it's clearly a hangar, but it has been very sloppily painted, almost like childlike, to make it look friendly, with very stereotypical things like trees and the equivalent of a bird on Coruscant. Just sort of trying to make it look nice and appealing. And you can see written in this childish handwriting, you can see Dandy Dianoga Space Finds, and of course some of the letters are backwards. And as you guys enter into the shop, you can see that it's got numerous different parts for spaceships all over, sort of awkwardly placed onto shelves or on the floor, and different tags, even with some prices crossed out and lower or higher ones put back on. They're in disarray.
Dick move.
And as you guys enter the shop, you can hear some commotion going on in the back. Lots of, you can hear someone working on something and also yelling and sort of back and forth banter and swearing at each other. And seated behind the counter is this older, slightly rotund, Quarren with purple skin. And one of the most distinct things about him is two of his tentacles have been replaced with holograms that project the rest of the tentacles from where they were severed. And as you guys walk in, he immediately
Welcome to my shop. What can I help you guys with? You all look like you're in need of, well, something.
Spaceship.
A spaceship? Well, you came to the right place. My name is Ghrull, Sail of the Sky Segor, and I will sell you something to get you up in that sky.
All right. We need anything with a hyperdrive. I don't know what you have available, but...
Oh yes, I have a hyperdrive. Do you have the rest of a ship?
Kreedo?
I mean...
He doesn't have a ship, Kinari.
I do, but it's not on this planet.
Then you don't have a ship. I would say that's not useful to us.
Well, we're here to get one, right?
Yeah, that's all I'm hearing is we
Yes.
found our place to start. Let's start with the ship, all right?
I can't even. It's fantastic.
This is going to be a constant.
I love it.
Let's go in the back.
And so he sort of gets up, and with a thud, he steps to the floor, and you can see some bits of food and stuff roll off his stomach and clothes and fall down onto the floor. And he brushes himself off a little bit. And as he leads you into the back room, you can see there's two beat up Omega class space shuttles are in there. One of them is missing almost all of its parts. It's mostly just a skeleton. And then the other one is very clearly a junker that's been thrown together of other Omega class shuttle parts. And two Keldors are sort of working on one of the thrusters. And as they're going about working on it, they're constantly bickering back and forth. And as we enter into the room, Ghrull goes,
Gear, Sprocket, cut it out. We have guests.
sorry about those two. You know, siblings. And as we get closer to the spaceship, I slap my hand on it real hard, and a bolt just falls straight to the floor. And I pay no attention. I go, this guy will get you anywhere you need. I can take you anywhere in this space, in this solar system. You just got to give it a little bit of a cooldown in between hyperdrive jumps. You got to let it cool off, and don't expect to get clear communications.
Solar system? I think we need to go a little farther than that.
As you're speaking, one of the Keldors is going to come up real quick and bolt it back on.
Thank you, Gear.
This is your selection.
Indeed.
This one has no hull.
Well, that one doesn't. This one, it does.
I see. We're going to die, Kinari. Kreedo.
Care if we test drive it?
Well, I wouldn't mind, but me and the boys would of course have to come along.
This is your best one, right?
It is our best. I mean, the other one's not in great condition.
There are literally two, and one of them doesn't have a hull.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that's fine. You can come with us.
And so Gear, Sprocket, and Ghrull, we drop down the door, and everyone climbs aboard. And inside, there's this weird rotten smell that's like not able to be placed anywhere in particular on the shuttle.
Excuse me.
Is there a dead body on the ship?
Not that we found. And as we go to the cockpit here,
It's Ron, not as we've. Oh my god.
and so we go into the cockpit, and it's just a complete like jigsaw puzzle of the interior of a spaceship. You can tell comms from a non-Omega class have been sort of like jammed and cut in there. The steering wheel is cut right down the middle. Who knows what happened to the other half of either side of the steering wheel? And I go completely state of the art.
Needs a little bit of dusting, I'd say.
It needs a little bit more than a dusting, I would say, Kreedo.
Probably a lot.
How much have you flown this thing?
Well, we've flown it twice
That's it?
in this condition.
Claim to have had a ship. You can pilot what's left of this one.
I could attempt to pilot.
How easily could we get to your ship?
Well, hold on, guys. I'm hearing another deal that can be struck right here. It sounds like you guys need a pilot, right? And you could also use a little bit of a discount. That's why you came here, right?
I would say that's correct.
Well, I would love to get out and see the galaxy. I want to see it all, see the planets and everything. These two boys can run the shop here, and I think we could work out a little deal. I'll be your tour guide on this lovely space adventure.
You might need to do more than just touring us.
Well, what does that entail? I mean, if I'm going to give the tour, there's different premium features of tour guides. So
There's different plans.
yeah, there's different payment plans we could go with here. So what are we thinking?
You want the special select package or the gold package?
Daelen.
Let me be blunt. I look at this ship and a man who wants to see the stars. And I wonder why you haven't left already. I can only assume this ship is not in working order, and you need our credits to get it there.
Well, let's just say my name does not carry the nicest weight everywhere we go, and friends can sort of help me along the way, right? That's what friends do when we encounter less friendly people.
You make a point.
Is your complications legal?
Define legal.
Daelen, I don't think we have the luxury of picking from legal and non-legal people.
His eyes are just fixed on Kreedo right now.
I could put it like this. Who doesn't want a little bit of Ghrull? You know what I'm saying?
Daelen, how honest do we want to be with this man?
I think we need to be quite honest.
That's what I was thinking.
All those years, when I would sneak down to those lower levels, Kinari, it was because it haunted me in the Jedi Order that the people we were meant to protect lived beneath our very feet in squalor, forgotten. These are people of the Republic. I've always felt at home outside of those halls. And maybe I was meant to.
I may not find the same solace and home that you do, but I will follow you to the ends of the galaxy.
So I throw back my hood and you're like, oh my god, I'm just kidding. No, I am going to kind of like pull open my robe and there's a lightsaber hanging on it, and you already heard what I said. Kreedo and Ghrull, in truth, we are looking for a Jedi youngling, a Padawan. And she was taken from the battlefield on Castell. So we are headed into danger. If you wish to accompany us, you have our oath that we will do what we can to protect you. And there will be adventure, Ghrull. And I'm sure there will be coin, Kreedo.
There's no guarantees of your safety, though.
This I can do, but we'll have to rework the deal. I'm not so concerned about the credits anymore, but now that I know that you guys are Jedi, you could totally clear my name with the Council, right? And with the Republic?
We could put in a word.
Well, what are we waiting for?
The Council is always willing to at least hear us out. He shrugs, one eye peeking over to Kinari. They do listen to me, they just don't agree with the things that I'm saying.
They let you talk.
Yeah, on that note, can you also clear our name with the Jedi Council when we get back?
Yeah, sure.
We'll help each other out. Sweet.
Well, can we see this thing go up?
Let's make it fly. Well, hold on. And I look over. Gear, Sprocket, you guys are going to have to keep this place held down while I'm gone. Don't think that I won't be checking in on you guys. You guys can handle it? And they both sort of look at each other and then look back at Ghrull, and they both just nod eagerly. And Gruul's like, all right, go back to the shop.
I love to think that Ghrull has like cameras set up that he can view from his like transponder.
His comlink.
Yeah.
Get back to work.
They're just Ring doorbells.
Just
They're
like
not
Mark.
even like CCTV, just attached Ring doorbell.
That would be Gruul style.
Not mounted anywhere, just duct taped.
All right, so, well, Kreedo, do we return to the scene of the crime, or?
Essentially, yes.
Okay.
Go back to where it started. And that seems like it must be the planet of Castell.
Paden, how dilapidated is this ship actually?
It's not in great condition.
The damage is vestigial. Just
So all checks with this ship will be at a -10.
Okay.
Oh boy. What's your pilot looking at, bud?
I'm trained and focused in it.
Nice.
So
that
just a
cancels out.
Yeah, that
straight
evens out.
roll.
Me too. Me too.
Plus dex.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're trained and skill focused in it, then it's half your level, right? So that's just +8 then.
yeah. Woo! This guy over here.
So you go to crank the key and it doesn't really turn over. So you try again, it doesn't really turn over, and then you hit it a third time and it starts up. And you take off into the air and it's kind of rattling around a little bit, but you guys make it out into space. Yeah, that same bolt falls out.
One other thing, the Space Cantina theme song comes on, and
All that jizz.
yeah, all the jizz. And I go, this is the only song it plays, and no, you can't turn it off.
Oh, fuck you.
That's it.
Yeah, that's episode 1 in the bag, guys.
That is episode 0 in the back.
Oh yeah, episode 0. The first episode.
We
0.
all met each other.
Yeah. I think we got a good dynamic there.
Yeah, it's a lot.
You have just finished chapter 1 of the Book of Daelen Gault. Nightfall is Rob Hunter as Daelen Gault, Paden Castle as Ghrull, Justin Chapman as Kreedo, Richard Caposell as Kinari, and Zakk Saam as the Galaxy Master. We'll be back in just 2 weeks with chapter 2. Canonically,
That's awesome.
the style of music that is like cantina music is called jizz.
I didn't know that.
Biths are great jizzers.
The Dungeons and Daddies crew did a Star Wars one-shot called All That Jizz.
So good. These guys are
That's
great.
pretty great.
When I'm in need of clean energy and laser focus, I take a moment to meditate, reaching out to ghost energy.
Have no fear. I'm here to provide you the focus and energy you seek. Take this can of Strabango Margarita Ghost Energy and fulfill your destiny.
My goodness, this divine liquid is clear and its flavor is superb. Is it truly vegan and gluten-free?
Indeed, young one.
Is it true that it has 0 sugar?
Not a sugar to find.
It also lists a multitude of nutritious vitamins. That can't be possible.
But it is. Ghost Energy is transparent in their labeling, making it clear to the people what they are drinking.
Then I shall meditate more often, for I shall see myself wanting more.
It is much easier than that, child. You can find it in stores near you, and find a link in the show notes of Nightfall episodes for a 20% discount on ghost energy products.